Hey, what's up, everybody? It's David here. Got another video for you today. This one is all about drum manufacturers. I know it's been a while since I posted a video. I worked really hard on a video to post during part of last week, and unfortunately it got copyright stricken, and I just had to take it down because everything that got left out of it made it like this total jumbled mess. So back at it again with this one. Shouldn't have that problem here. So excited to present this to you. So I'm going to be presenting drum manufacturers, and I'm going to break this up into a few different type of categories. So the first category I'm going to go with is brands that I currently play. Okay, and then I'm going to go with brands that I think are really great. And in that one, I'm also going to include brands that I used to play or have some experience with as well. Now I'm going to go with brands that I think are okay. Then I'm going to go with brands that I have some problems with, and I will explain what those problems are when I get there. And then last is brands that I have no experience with. Okay. So, without further ado, let's kick it off. All right. CC, easy money. Have no experience with. Couldn't tell you. I know they're out there, but I don't know enough about them to have an opinion. Same goes with Dixon. Okay, DW, PDP. Let's divide the audience immediately. I think that DW and PDP are just okay. And the reason that I think that they're just okay is that DW drums sound really, really good when they're mic'd up or you're in the studio. You can get some amazing quality sounds out of them. But when you're playing live acoustically, there's a lot better sounding drums live than these. I don't think that they're bad, but because of that, they're going to just go in the okay category here. All right, Gretsch. Gretsch is actually a brand that I have some problems with. And the reason I have problems with them is that they have one of the flimsiest tom mounting systems known to mankind. It's like you hit the tom and everything wobbles, the tom, the bass drum, everything. It just is not sturdy at all. And if you hit for anything other than the most delicate of jazz music, you're going to have a lot of wobble to deal with. And eventually, they'll just fall down, which has also happened to me, too. Like, the whole tom mount just gives. The friction part falls off. So, not good. Okay, one of the brands that I currently play is Ludwig. I think that ever since their rebrand, they have headed back in the right direction again and starting to regain some of their former glory, which they had during the 70s and 80s. So good stuff. I'm liking. I actually have I have a kit that has two different options because I have a like a bebop 16-inch kick, and then I also have a standard 22-inch kick that I can change out along with 10, 13, 14, one rack, 2 floors, and a couple of snare drums. So, yeah, I like my Ludwigs. Okay, Mapex is another brand that I think are okay. They're not doing anything that stands out to me like, wow, that's really, really amazing. But once again, they're not bad. I don't have anything bad to say about them. They just don't have that wow factor for me. Okay, Orange County Percussion. I honestly only know what this is because of Travis Barker. He's like the most famous person that plays them. So, if it's good enough for him, then it's got to be all right. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know very much about it other than that, but yeah. Okay, Pearl. Unpopular opinion again, maybe. Pearl is another brand that I have problems with, and it's a similar reason to Gretsch. I also hate Pearl's tom mounts. It's that like L bracket, and you're very limited on angles and stuff that you can get from your toms. They either kind of have to be flat or like totally like perpendicular or totally parallel to the ground, and they're usually leaning inward, which both aesthetically and like functionality wise drives me insane. Pearl makes some really, really beautiful drums, but their tom mounts drive me insane, so I can't get past that. Pork Pie. I have some experience with Pork Pie. Not as big of a manufacturer as some of these other ones that I mentioned, but I actually think Pork Pie is really great. A drummer that I really respect has a entire Pork Pie kit, which is a great sounding kit, and I've used a couple of their snare drums, including this really awesome popcorn snare that I used to have. This like 10 by 5, really, really, really small diameter, really deep popcorn snare. It sounded awesome. Yeah, Pork Pie. If you don't know, you should definitely check out their stuff, especially their snare drums. Really, really awesome. Okay. Premier is another brand that I think is really great. I've actually contemplated buying some of their kits before. I've seen a couple for sale occasionally, some used ones where I was like, oh, that looks really, really great. I think they sound great. They're not as popular in the States for their drum set because they're like a British company, but their marching percussion is pretty popular. But I think that their drum sets are really, really great. No underlying issues with any of their equipment as far as I'm concerned. I don't know what this is. Being from the valley, that looks like San Joaquin County to me. I have no experience with SJC custom drums. Not sure about that one. Okay, Sonar. Kind of one of those like not as popular brands here in the States as well. Very big in Europe. My only experience with Sonar is with some of their hardware, and I had a double kick pedal from Sonar, and I mean it was all right, but there's such better ones out there, and the technology is so much greater now that comparatively the one that I used to have just can't hold a candle to what there is. I know that some famous drummers play. Steve Smith comes to the top of my head, and he's a great drummer, and his drums sound good, but Sonar, just from my experience, the things that I've tried, the drums that I've tried, the equipment that I've tried, not my cup of tea. All right. Brands that I currently play, and you should too. Tama. If I almost want to make another tier to put them above everything else. They are the one above everything else. I've never had a higher quality of drum than my Tamas. I have a Tama Star Classic Bubinga, and it's the greatest kit I've ever played. I've had it for about 10 years, and I can't see myself playing anything else, honestly. The Tama, their craftsmanship, their sound, their overall quality of everything, second to none. I've never played or heard a greater sounding set of drums than a set of Tamas. That's all there is to it. Okay, Tay drums. I kind of consider them to be entry level. That's fine. But I don't know, sometimes I think they try and advertise themselves as a little bit higher up than they actually are. So I do have a little bit of a problem with that. They're not bad. I don't like them trying to say that they can compete with some of these other guys when they can't really. All right, and last but not least, Yamaha. My first kit was a Yamaha. I have a lot of experience with Yamaha. I've played on many, many great Yamaha kits, and I just think they're one of the higher quality kits that you can get. I've played on Maple Stage Customs. I've played on Oak Customs. I've played on Recording Customs. I've played on their entry-level kits. I've played on their upper echelon kits. Everything that I've played from Yamaha has been great. They actually have one of my favorite tom mounting systems because you have essentially full range of motion in any direction you want. So the customization is really, really limitless as far as Yamaha is concerned. Yeah. Once again, I don't really have anything bad to say about most of these drum brands. The ones that I have some problems with, I mentioned, but for the most part, there's a lot of great quality drums out there. And as I prefaced earlier, and I will say again right now, this is just my personal preference. So, yeah. Well, I hope everybody enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think. If you could like the video, you want to leave a comment and let me know what you think. That's awesome. If you're not subscribed to this channel, you should be. I'm going to be releasing a lot more music-related content. So if that is one of your interests, you should hit that subscribe button and join me on my musical journey as I share lots of ideas and my passion of music with you guys. Well, I hope that everybody has an awesome rest of your day or night, depending on when you're watching this. And until we meet again, have a great one. Peace.